This is the kind of training where you recognize the value right away, and it stays with you, it lingers basically with you for a long time.
This week has been a very rewarding one working with MBRCLD because we have taken the leaders on a journey of awareness of the social media landscape and the media landscape so that they can better prepare for public engagement opportunities.
This week was a very interesting week. We were taken through a media training session. The very first time I've ever been through a media training session. It's a new experience I've never had before, and it is very important to have such trainings.
The last week has been a really exciting week.
All of these skills that I have developed throughout the course will be very useful to my career in the future.
If it's in one word, it's phenomenal.
So I think we are expected to appear on the media more often than the previous generation of leaders, I would say. We are expected to comment, and we are expected to interact with the media in more ways and in more instances than previously.
I think everybody can agree that interacting with the media is something that at one point in our careers we would have to do. So understanding how to approach them, how to interact with them is very important.
Leaders are expected to speak in public frequently, announcing good news, giving bad news, managing crises. And often for an individual leader, that can be intimidating.
The region as a whole is a very hot topic for international media. We are being looked at with a very critical eye, I would say. It is important for us to deliver our key messages in a clear way and to explain to the world and to showcase to the world what Dubai is and what Dubai is capable of.
This week at MBRCLD, HWM has been absolutely privileged to work with a fantastic cohort of young and upcoming leaders. What we have worked with them on is to hone their message delivery skills and to take away the distractions that get in the way of delivering effective messages in pressure situations. We train them to deal in a very practical fashion with all the distractions that can come into play when you are in interview situations. We demystify the public engagement process. We teach them how to take control, not just of their narrative, but also their surroundings, to ensure that they can deliver results for their personal brands, their entity brands, their city brand, and their nation brand, time and time again.
Our training is very practical, but it also helps to change the whole mentality around media appearances, which we call public engagement opportunities, so that our future leaders are ready to embrace the challenges rather than be intimidated by them.
So this training equips me with the right skills and knowledge that I might need in order to present myself confidently and appear more presentable when taking advantage of public engagement opportunities.
I've done some like media interviews before, but I always went there to showcase my knowledge. I'm talking about the things I know. But now I have this new perspective, a total new aspect to look at media interviews.
What's been brought forward on the table was extremely unique to other programs, in essence that it focused on areas that you would rarely find experts in that field, and especially to that kind of level.
I would think the most valuable learning for us this week is how do we encounter any difficult media situations and appearances, and more on the techniques that we have learned, such as bridging and pivoting, and how we can handle ourselves in especially very difficult situations.
I learned how to prepare yourself before going into any live interview. Have safe phrases, safe sentences, build a tree of statements that you can use during interviews that can come up quickly and naturally, and which will make your interview way easier and way smoother.
This is going to last for a very long time. It's about communication, it's about effective communication, it's about telling the story, it's about being positive, it's about the narrative, and I think the overall benefit would be getting out there with confidence, addressing different audiences with different backgrounds is a very key learning from this training.
I think the tools that we learned in this program can be used in many different situations, not just in interviews and when interacting with the media. For example, we tend to meet a lot of officials in my line of work, and during those conversations, you're sometimes asked with a lot of difficult questions?
It's about turning a difficult situation into an advantage for the speaker. So when someone faces, let's say, a very difficult situation and try to get the most out of it and turn the message from a negative situation into a positive story, basically to deliver to the public.
The way you maintain your calm during that situation becomes extremely important. You shouldn't get emotional. You should try to be true to the message and try to communicate the message in the clearest way possible.
The training that I have received throughout the past 4 days will be very helpful to developing myself as an impactful leader. It will build my confidence. I will be able to speak more clearly to the people, deliver accurate messages.
You already know what it is that you want to say. We take away the barriers that prevent you from saying it properly. We help you to express yourself confidently.
It's been extremely unique of the content and the delivery of the team and the way we had it delivered to us. Absolutely. Highly recommended.